What's going on, guys? It's your boy H Dog back here with another video. If you're brand new to the channel, go ahead and think about subscribing to stay updated on the latest gaming news, and make sure you have notifications turned on. And just in case if the notifications to my videos or the video itself don't show up in your sub feed, be sure to follow me on Twitter at HDogGaming, all one word, link down in the description box below. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get into today's video. Apparently it looks like that Stadia is going to be changing it's supposed to be changing its way it does business. Apparently this article comes from Kotaku. If you guys want to read the full article, link will be in the description box as well. Kotaku said that as far back as a week ago, they began to hear rumblings from sources close to Stadia that Google service was heading for a major change. One games industry source told Kotaku that Google was canceling multiple projects, basically any game slated for release beyond a specific 2021 window, though they believed games close to release would still come out. Today brings some clarification. Google will close its two game studios located in Montreal and LA. Neither had released any games yet. Yikes. That closure will impact around 150 developers. One source familiar with Stadia operations said. The company says it will try to find those developers new roles at Google. Jade Raymond, the veteran producer who helped build Assassin's Creed for Ubisoft and moved on to EA several years ago before leaving to run game creation at Stadia, is exiting the company according to Google. Google will continue to operate Stadia gaming service and its annual $10 monthly Stadia Pro service. It's unclear how many, if any, exclusive games will still come to the service, though the company has indicated that it can still sign new games and will bring more third-party releases to the platform. It nevertheless will look to many like a drawdown of the plan to have Stadia run as a bona fide competitor to console platforms. And then they talked about like becoming a more of a third-party streaming service for other games instead of like having exclusive games coming. Now, mind you, when this first came out, it was really just a demo. It was like a Google Chrome thing where they was streaming Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which a lot of people tried it out and they enjoyed it. They thought it was really cool how you was able to stream through a web browser. And then they kind of formulated it into a console, which granted, we know it's a Google Stadia. I can remember back when they revealed the Stadia that I kind of knew it was going to be dog shit. Even though I had slight optimism for it and hoped that it was going to succeed for Google in the long run, I just was thinking the whole streaming thing, and you know, at the time, net neutrality was a thing where people was uncertain of that. Some still are, but I think it's safe to say that it may not be a worry anymore about that. And I can remember back when they revealed this thing and they was throwing shade at so many different other consoles. They were trying to throw shade at PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo all at once. But mind you, in the end, I think all three of those consoles are getting the final laugh, especially with the guy who's running the show, which apparently from what I hear is like the opposite of Midas. Whereas with Midas, everything he touches turns to gold. With this guy, everything he touches turns to dust. Yeah, it's safe to say he shouldn't be around any other studio in the future. Now, granted, like it is disheartening to hear people lose their jobs, especially during a global pandemic. I hope these developers do end up landing on their feet soon. Now, when it comes to Jade Raymond is someone who is famous throughout the games industry. And if y'all really ain't too familiar with who Jade Raymond is, she worked on some of the most favorite games at Ubisoft. She helped develop the first two Assassin's Creed games. She helped develop Splinter Cell Blacklist. She also helped develop the first Watch Dogs game that came out 2013, 14. I'll be forgetting. But yeah, that's her track record. And since then, like she had like a little stint at EA, having her own studio, EA giving her own studio, EA Motive, which never was able to release their first full game until after her departure. Now, we don't know like what games they were working on. I think I can remember at the time, people was talking about her, how like she may have been mismanaging people or trying to run people into the ground, but don't quote me, you know what I'm saying? But I think as far as Jade Raymond goes, she's a very talented developer, talented enough she could either go back to Ubisoft or go somewhere brand new. Like honestly, I would love it if she went to if she went back to Ubisoft, to back to what she would call home, Assassin's Creed or Watch Dogs. Most specifically, I think Assassin's Creed would be a good fit for her, especially with the direction that Assassin's Creed is going. She'd help like steer that ship, I guess you can say. Or if she came to Microsoft, like if she came to Microsoft, since they're in the acquisition phase, and I don't mean publishers for fuck's sake, I mean acquisition in terms of talent. If they were to reel her in, say, hey, we're going to give you a studio, we're going to let you make what you want to make, RPGs, whatever you want to make, because I think she's talented enough. She could either be a part of an existing studio or be given the opportunity to have her own studio again. Will it happen in terms of her getting her own studio? I think it would be a better chance for her to end up having be a part of a brand new development team other than her getting a brand new studio again. Now, I think apart from Ubisoft, Microsoft, I think she would be a perfect fit for Sony. Like, because her track record and the games that she's made, that she helped put on the map, so to speak, I think she would be a perfect fit for Sony. Because the type of games that she's been famous for, like the new IPs that we know of or heard rumors of at Sony Studio, I think that she could go there and help work on them. Like, you got San Diego Studios said they're going to be working on like existing franchises, so making brand new games within certain universes. You got Naughty Dog rumored to make a brand new IP, or they're going to be making something new, I'd assume. The next God of War, so you'd even be a part of the next God of War. Maybe not Ragnarok, but probably something after that, so to speak. Maybe Insomniac? I mean, I know Insomniac got a plate full of games right now. They just released Spider-Man Miles Morales. They're probably going to come out with Spider-Man 2 soon. Not soon. I would imagine we're going to get Ratchet and Clank, the new Ratchet and Clank, then Spider-Man, then whatever's next. So if maybe, in the future, I'm just saying, I'm just spitballing here. Like, if, like, this, it's not hard, but it would be interesting to see her head up one of the studios that's in the first party lineup at Sony. Now, one surefire candidate I think would be kind of interesting is Bend, because we know that I remember hearing about Bend having their studio heads leave. So I think if she was to go to Bend and head up Bend, they may have already found their old boss's replacement by now, but she would be a great fit there. But it is something that we kind of saw coming months ago or years ago when this thing first got announced. But with that being said, let me know what you think about Stadia being dead. Also, let me know in the comments below, where would you like to see Jade Raymond go to? If she, like, would you want her to go to another third-party developer like Ubisoft? Or would you want her to come to one of these first-party studios like Sony, Microsoft, or I don't know about Nintendo. I don't think she'd do. But if she was to come to a Sony studio or Microsoft studio, tell me in the comments which studio would you think of those two companies would she be best fitted for. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, remember to hit the like button and think about subscribing for more content like this. And that way you stay updated on the latest gaming news and any live stream that I do. And also remember to follow me on Twitter just in case if you don't get the notifications. And with that being said, I'm out. Peace.